Welcome to the Interlude. Usually, last week I did a poem, y'all, but today I'm just saying hello. I hope that you have all had an amazing week so far. It's a beautiful day. We Wednesday, we almost there. So, I hope that I can give you 15 minutes of joy while you wait. Jay Bella, what it do? What it do? Welcome to the interlude. I appreciate all those who are coming on. We got Tommy Domino who's going to be with us. He should be pulling up pretty soon. Let's see what's going on. Where he at? He was early. He was ready. Yeah, I wasn't ready. What is one of y'all favorite songs? Like, I'm sitting here thinking to myself, oh, there you go. Maybe I don't have to tell y'all what my favorite song is. Tommy, it takes me a minute. I don't know what it is about my thing, but it likes to play games with me every single week. It makes me look like I don't know what I'm doing. Accept it. I'm also sending you an invite to see if you can get on also. There we go.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. So when you
Good.
hit accept, it worked?
It looked like it did, yes.
Oh, okay, so I think that's what it is. I gotta hit invite, and the person with me gotta hit ask me to
Okay.
invite, and I think we both just need to say yes to each other.
Yes, yes.
Just
This is
say
probably
yes.
only the second time I've done this.
Oh, okay. When
Yes.
was the first time?
Uh, cold piece, like in the kind of the beginning of the pandemic, a cold piece interviewed me on Instagram.
Okay.
So, you know, Instagram, I don't do a lot of interviews on Instagram because you got to hold the phone with one hand and it's kind of
You
you got to
gotta get like
multitask.
you gotta get like me. I just get a big old thing and I just sit right in front of me,
Uh,
lights me
huh?
up, and I'm like, okay, let's do this. Hands free.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that. But I think the audience wanted to hear your favorite song, though. They were like, probably waiting for you to say what that song was.
I got a few favorite songs. I'm not even going front. It just it's not one. It's multiple favorite songs.
Nice.
One artist that I really he's no longer here. He's been gone. He's now probably dust. Luther.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's what I remember hearing in my aunt's car, my mom's car. Like they would just have that cassette. They popped that sucker in. They had Datsuns,
Yes. Yeah.
and they would just play Anita and Luther, and it stuck with me. That's where I'm at.
All
I'm always
right. All right. You said
about it.
Dotson. You said Dotson.
Yes, that's what it was.
Woo. Took me back with that right there. I love that
Right.
picture in the background, that Billie Holiday picture right there. That's fire.
Thank thank you. Yeah, I think that's a beautiful picture of her. Um, I'm definitely about her too. I'm about the old school music. I'm an old soul.
Gee, yeah.
I have a friend that calls me old but young. Sometimes I got some young tendencies, and other times I got my right tendencies, and then some old tendencies. That's almost like three different personalities, huh?
That's right. That's right. I dig it. I dig it. They call me
No.
a old soul too because, my influences, I mean, in the 80s was, of course, hip hop and that kind of thing.
Hmm.
But as I got older, I started digging further back into the roots of like hip hop and where it kind of started. And
Mm,
you gotta deal with bebop. You gotta deal with hard bop. You gotta deal with modal. You gotta go back into the
hmm.
50s and the 40s and see what's going on,
Right.
to kind of bring us into today's time. So, yeah.
You're right. And you know what? Because like they think about like I can't remember the artist's name, but it's a woman, and it's a song, And they've actually put it on a reel where they say, "Oh, y'all thought it was Lil Kim and them that was doing it first." Them songs was hitting hard. Like she was going in. I was like, "Oh my
Yeah,
gosh, oh my
yeah,
gosh."
yeah. Some of them juke joints, they went hard. They wasn't, they were X-rated with it. They didn't play. They
Yeah,
were
they
just like,
did
oh,
it. That's why there were so many children back then. Look at. That's why black people was bringing in all them children. Well, you know why? Because y'all was that red light. It wasn't red light. It was just dark. Let me stop. Let me stop. All right. Well, I was trying to wait until we got more people, but I'm starting to think this time is not a good time. People are selling in at 7 o'clock and everything, and so maybe we need to push it up a little bit later. Make it a nighttime thing. I'll flick on the candle and put some berry on, and I'll make my voice deep. What you think?
hey, that sounds cool. But they, people are late. They always come late, and then also they like to play it back. They like to look back at it the next day. Sometimes when you leave it up, so it is what it is.
You're right. You're right. That's why we have it here, and that's why I put it on everything else where they can actually, watch it. And when you said look back at it, I was like, "Hey, it's been a minute. It's been a minute since I danced." Okay, here we go. So let's get started then.
All right.
Welcome to the interlude. It's probably been past 15 minutes because I just been joking with you a little bit, but you know what? That's how I like to do it. So Tommy Domino,
Yeah.
what it do?
What it do? What it do? Thank you for having me.
Yes, yes. And you are the author of, I'm not going to get correct, so I'm going to just go ahead and read it because it's kind of long. Hot Wheels Tracks and Extension Cords.
Switches, hot wheel tracks, and extension cords.
Okay, there we go. Why did you see that? Okay, but thank you for correcting me. And then you also are a member of multiple different poetry clubs. So you are a part of the Stillwaters
Yeah.
Collective. You are a part of the Waltz Writers Shop. You also do the poetry collective Never Speak Long Beach.
Yes. Yes.
That's
Yeah.
Hey, I'm for it. I ain't part of no clubs. The Jesus Club sometimes, but people think that I'm not. I am.
Yeah. Hey. All right. All right. All right.
So, what influenced your book?
What influenced my book? I had a different title at first. It was how I came to poetry is after my mother passed away. I was doing poetry, but I wasn't doing it in the sense of it being a catharsis. Like I
Mm-hmm.
realized after my mother passed away, I was kind of writing to save my life. It took on like a different meaning. And the
Mm-hmm.
things that I was doing, I was listening to a lot of blues, and I had her Bible, and I was writing. And that just
Okay.
kind of created a style. And as I created that style, it seemed like once I pushed myself, because I was a closet poet for a while, once I
Mm-hmm.
pushed myself to get out there, people were like resonating to it. They were like, wow, I really felt that. I can really relate to that. So I said, okay, that's how I got into those collectives to learn how to really master the craft. I didn't want to just get out there and just do anything. I wanted to know and learn from people that have done it. And Stillwaters is connected with the Watts Writers Workshop from 1965. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that gives me access to a lot of elders from way back in
Right.
their 80s and 70s. So it really helped me.
Right. Well, that's what's up. So we're gonna get started because I know that it may be already past the 15 minutes. We're supposed to do 15 minutes of people scrolling time, and then we walk away.
I don't.
Um, let's bless them with some of your craft.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna start off with a piece called Dreams. Come celebrate with me that every day something has tried to kill me and has failed. Lucille Clifton. I don't have much in this world but a crock pot and dreams, but these dreams are gargantuan. They're the nucleus to the bean or a mustard seed, transforming into a huge stock, reaching the 13 heavens. It's that seven you need at the dice table when all chips are pushed to the center. The sinner's prayer answered on a dark, foggy road, trying to get that motor to turn. It's that burn in the morning, etched on the pages, the raging itch Suppressed between pen and fingers, it's the spirit that lingers over my left shoulder, urging me to remember who I am and from where I came and to always fan the flame of my inner child. See, I'm not here for fame, but impact. To vibrate and give back, these dreams are the cracks in the pavement that had the audacity to make way for the rose or dandelion or any life force, breaking through barriers to stand facing the rising sun. You see, I am the sum of all that's come before me. The poet Caroline Randall Williams laid out a truth too factual. She said, this body is a Confederate monument, so you can tear down these statues. My skin is a testament, a living document of the old South. Freedom songs, freedom songs, freedom songs rest in the bridges of my mouth, and I huff and I puff and I force them out. Sometimes I doubt myself, but never the poetry, because I witnessed seedlings sprout from arid gravel. You see, one day they will lay me to rest, and my thoughts will travel beyond outer space. These are not merely miracles, but these are miracles manifested by my ancestors' faith. Ashe. Sorry about that. Did you hear my phone ring?
Look at it fit in. I was like, oh, we getting like drama with it. It's going hard. Like, okay, all right. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm sorry, my
Man,
phone started ringing right there, so
100.
I got thrown off a little bit. I was like, uh-oh, what the heck? So that's the one thing about on the phone. The phone can start ringing and doing stuff like that.
This is true. That's why I use the broken phone that can't nothing come on it.
What's up,
Yeah.
best kept? What's up, my brother?
Yes, yes. Thank y'all for coming on the Interlude. Right now I got with me Tommy Domino. And y'all, that was deep. That was deep. My best part, the part that I love, because this is what we think about all our things, is I got my poetry. I ain't got
Yes.
nothing else. I got this. I know I got this. And that's what keeps us going. There's always something that keeps us going. And for me, it's always at the end of the day, it's being able to connect with individuals who are just doing what they love. That's what keeps me going.
Yeah.
So let's keep rolling. What you
Let's
got
keep
for
going.
us?
Okay. This next piece is called Prayers on Paper. These poems came for me, lassoed my throat, demanding my life savings, taking me for a sunset ride. Louis J. Rodriguez. Every autumn, I query these poems enough to see me through this emotional exile. In rhymy winters brimming with solitude, the embers of my mind crackle like a Yule log emblazed in a fireplace. I find myself immersed in this fog known as the third quarter of life, as the curtains of mortality gradually close on this final act. Poetry chose me. It chose me, y'all. One day you might find my words rusted between book covers. Someone may splice images, meld together clips, locate grainy footage, and paste quotes behind my pixelated profile on the new social media junkyard. Like, repost, repost, repeat. But if I'm the editor revising this manuscript, homeless, two evictions, two repos on the brink of a failed marriage. You see, at times these poems are all that made sense to me. A few brimstone clerics siphon my pockets, and some claim to be thirstier for skyscraping condos than lost souls. And after Penny passed, blues started to mimic the sound of lullabies, soothing my soul like warm milk and becoming fluffy pillows to my moonshine nightmares. Poetry chose me. It chose me, y'all. Found me shipwrecked on Pessimist Island with a bottle of gin, poking new spots on my liver. blowing in the gust like an old gossamer, having conversations with imaginary people in my head, playing back unsaid words to folks who have long been dead. My tongue is forced to bench press syllables heavier than Plymouth Rock. Inhale, right. Exhale, right. I confess, I've never had the goal to write one poem. However, I've always scribbled my prayers on paper.
I love it. Um, how does it feel to be just chosen? To just know that.
Well, I'm thankful for it. I'm thankful because um, I felt like I had nothing else. You know, when you lose everything and you realize, you know, if everything's taken away from me, if I just have a pen and paper, I know that the creator, I know the universe can use me some kind of way. And I know that if I can get something on that paper, it's going to help somebody in this life. So, everything's been taken away, but it's been multiplied due to the fact that I've had this ability to express myself.
Mhm.
You know, so I literally, like, I started writing poetry as prayers. They were all prayers. That's all I was doing. I was writing prayers, and then as I was writing to music, it just kind of caught a certain rhythm, and I was like, oh, okay. So then I went out with different people. A gentleman that passed away, his name was Deacon Kelly. He would sing behind me,
Mhm.
and he had one of them old school, like, backwood juke joint voices, and I would just ride on his notes,
Mhm.
and it just worked so good together. And I said, "Wow, I wrote that way," you know.
Man, I love it because that poetry when that soulful voice together. Ooh, that's fire. So you would not believe it, but I feel like at the end of the day, they be shorting us on time. The whole digital clock,
Uh
because
huh.
we already at 15 minutes. But this is what we're gonna
Uh
do.
huh.
Can you let everybody know where they can find you at?
Okay. You can find me on Instagram, DIZZTOMMY, Diz Tommy. You can find me there, and you know, I keep you up with my calendar and what I'm doing. I got a couple of things coming up. Hey, Miss Pat, how you doing? I'm starting to see people pull up. What's going on, y'all?
And can you know what? We're gonna go ahead because, like you said, people are pulling up, people are leaving. Can we give them just that last one as we ended?
Give them that last
Give them
one.
that
Okay.
last one.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. And as you see tonight, I always like start my poems off quoting a great poet that I admire. So I always like try to study the artists that led the way. And this one is called "Black Men Deserve to Grow Old." Um, Scrub the tombstones of those who have died young until they become mirrors in which to see yourself. Kamal Daoud. Black men deserve to grow old. That is the entire poem. To learn to tame stubborn gray whiskers on their chinny chin, to brush over the tufts of a thin hairline, to grapple with a size pair of 38 pants trying to avoid a size 40, to make dietary modifications to regulate their sugars and their salts, to relish the nauseous taste of Miralax before a colonoscopy. Black men deserve to grow old, in the words of Mandela, to return to a place that remains unchanged and find the ways in which you yourself have altered, to gaze back at a familiar path now covered in weeds and grass, to peruse a dinner menu with the need of reading glasses, to enjoy the quietude of a good novel with chamomile tea, to succumb to drowsiness at 10 p.m. You see, black men deserve to grow old, to adopt phrases like, I ain't one of your little friends. And a hard head makes a soft behind. And you better fix your face, or I'm gonna give you something to cry about. And my mother's favorite. I brought you in this world, and I will take you out. To feel a heartbeat skip when they're teenagers behind the steering wheel, to make late night trips to the art supply store to finish a school project, to pose for pictures on the front lawn before homecoming and proms. Yes, hear me when I say black men deserve to grow old. Too many of our future leaders are dying senselessly, and that day the police pulled their gun on me, I was tempted to run. But the ancestors told me to stay. And the second choice is the only reason why I'm here today reciting this poem. You see, my name could have easily been RIP, hashtag RIP. I cannot emphasize it enough. Black men deserve to grow old. Yellow woman say, black man ain't no animal. He deserved to be seen and not viewed. The opportunity to cry, and not only at funerals, to outgrow a gold chain if he chooses to look at another black man and to tell him, I love you, I love you, I love you. Black men deserve to grow old. That is the entire poem. Black rappers deserve to grow old. Black men deserve to grow old. Deserve to grow old. To grow old, old, period.
I agree. All right. Thank you,
Thank you.
Tommy Domino. I'm sorry. Like, that's real. That's some real stuff. So I appreciate you for being here with us, being here with me, be giving us your craft. Um, I'm sorry. I think
Thank you.
that's the realest thing ever.
That's the greatest
Um,
gift you could give me is tears.
um, y'all, this is the interlude. Interlude. This is Tommy Domino, and hey, every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Well, not every Wednesday. We have a cutoff point, but thank you for being here. See y'all next week, 7 p.m. Again, thank you for embracing us with your presence. That
Thank
was
you,
beautiful.
sister.
Have a good night.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye bye.